Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Wednesday, March the 12th, 2025. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right. Crude oil inventory report coming up in and out almost a little over an hour. So we'll run this session till about 10:15 Eastern Daylight Time. And then I'll close this one down, open up a new stream for the crude oil inventory report with a new set of charts. So crude has hit money management at 67.33. So our stop will come up to 67.22. Entry was at 21. Still need to get to target and mark that up properly. Oops. We didn't. No, we missed. Well, I can miss money management by a tick, so we're not at break even yet. We'll keep the full risk on. $33 is, yeah, that's right. $34 is our money management. A tick away. Unleaded has had no trades this morning. This short was too early. And the pound Aussie had a trade at 8:30, although we had red label news at 8:30, so stand down for 5 minutes. 5 minutes occurs right there. So we get in sync with that, and it gets us two positions at target 2, target 3, and target 4. So 36, 61, 93 ticks on the targets. We trail out at 0588 from our entry at 0566. So 22 on the trailer gives us 115 ticks, or 115 pips this morning. Market is open. Micro Russell has a short trade. Looks like yeah, it was a short trade on the YM that we couldn't have executed. And we go back to a long trade on the Micro Russell. That goes to money management already. We did get a pullback, so definitely into that trade. and target. So we take a loss and immediately get a win out of it. YM looking for a new trade. Soybeans looking for a new trade. Both. There's a long trade on the YM. And YM is money management and target. So trailing now at 697. That was the first trade that would have been actionable. Pull back to the entry. So that would have definitely gotten us in. And we get money management and target 1 on crude. It's a 15 tick target on crude. And target 2. So crude is 1 and done. 15 and 24, 39 ticks on the morning. Micro Russell trade. Targets 3 and 4. And trailing. Trailer at target 4. And stopping out at target on that target 4 trailer. Unleaded picking up a long trade. That one may be a little iffy as far as getting in, just 9 seconds on that first bar, but it did pull back a little ways. Hopefully you got into that one. YM stops out. Stopping out at 723. So that'll be a 1 and done there. We do have a crude oil inventory report coming. So I'm going to put unleaded up over top of crude for the moment, since crude is done for the 9 a.m. session. Not to our start time on micro NQ yet. We wait 4 minutes after start, since it can get to be extremely volatile at the open. That trade is too early and has gone too far. Soybeans is flat. And we are into our trade session now on Micro NQ, looking for a new setup. Micro NQ going up, Micro Russell and YM going down. Soybeans is flat. Short trade on micro NQ. Hopefully you got a pullback in there to get into that. Came up and hit money management. And it's a break even. So break even on trade number one. We have a long setup. Just triggered in. Second time, so that we are in this trade. Looks like some bit of noise on the micro NQ. Unleaded, micro Russell, micro NQ, and soybeans are active charts. Soybeans with a long setup. And it looks like it just touched the entry. And a full loss on the micro NQ. One break even and a loss on two trades so far. Loss and a win on the micro Russell. Unleaded is long. And soybeans is long. Two commodity charts long, and our two market index charts are flat. Short on the micro NQ. This is a larger than normal trade. Just hit target one. Not quite big enough to, no, that wasn't quite big enough to move the target. So target two, that was money management, and a potential stop and reverse here. And that actually would, now, probably still a get in sync at this point. And there's the trigger of the long trade. So we get a little bit on the stop and reverse. It was a positive stop and reverse. And money management. So we have a win, a loss, a break even, a loss, partial win, now at least a break even. And a win at target two. And trailing. 750 flat. 19,750 flat for the trailer. And a stop and reverse short on crude. Well, I'm saying on unleaded, excuse me. So that's going to be 24. Now we take a quick loss. And then that's another quick loss. So that ends the session on the micro NQ. Oh, so I forget now if we were at trade. I believe the win was trade 4. So those two losses are 5 and 6, and that ends the session. That's going to be a losing session. So we'll bring the unleaded chart back down. Loss also on the micro Russell. And now a long trade. Up to 3, so we didn't get to money management. It's going to be, yeah, 2041 flat for money management. And a short trade, full loss. Now let's see, that's loss number 3 there, so that ends the session. So the session on both of those is done. Losing sessions there. Hung up in the noise. And we did stop and reverse to short on unleaded. We go from 1356 to 1324. 32 tick risk, 64 tick loss, 2 positions. Volume setting new session lows. So down 64 on unleaded. Target 1 is 45, target 2 is 70. So target 2 will get us positive. Target 2 traders. Target 1 traders will need some help on the trailer. So we're down to unleaded and soybeans. the half hour yet that we got to trade yet. Crude and the pound Aussie one and done, as was YM. Micro Russell, Micro NQ, both losing sessions this morning on Catapult. The three winners were all on Spotlight. And we have unloaded on Spotlight remaining, and soybeans on Counterpunch. We will do a crude oil inventory session today. Reminder again that the trade room will be dark next week. I'll be traveling and away from the computer. And unleaded, approaching money management, 1288, and it's gotten to 1289. There it is. There's money management. Targeted 83. And there's target. So target one traders pick up 45. You're now down 19. No, that's not right. Only 41, so you're down 23. Forgot about the stop and reverse adjustment. Our stop will come to 1323. Break-even stop pushes down because of the stop and reverse. Soybeans touch the entry again, so definitely in the long trade. Target 2 will put target 2 traders a couple of ticks positive. 66 ticks to target 2 after the stop and reverse adjustment. And we're down 64 at the moment. Target 1 traders down 23. So target 1 traders need to get the stop down to 1301 to break even, exactly break even. There's 21 and stopping out. So unleaded stopping out at 21 from the entry at 24. So just 6 ticks for target 2 traders. You're down 58. Target 1 traders pick up 3 additional, so you're down 20. And we need another trade. Soybeans starting to move up. Soybeans going to have to push through the 50 EMA to get to target. And unleaded pushing down hard. No trade. Let's see if we get, okay, this one might get us in. That's going to give us a long trade at 1306. Hasn't triggered in yet. That's a pretty big trade. Target 2 looks like a tick above the session high. $13.82, session high at $13.81. Okay, target 1 traders 49 ticks, target 2 traders 76. 27 tick difference. So if this gets us positive on both of them, target 1 will have done better by about 11 ticks. It's also quite possible for target 1 traders to be done on this trade and target 2 not. So we will see. Soybeans moving very slowly. Unleaded taking some heat now. Soybeans back at its entry point. And we have just over 15 minutes to go this morning. Working on our last two charts. 5 of our 7 are done. Not going to have an 8th session because we don't have a 10 a.m. mini session on crude today with the inventory report coming up at 10:30. And I certainly wouldn't try to trade all of these charts at the same time. These are for example. Some different things to look at, different possibilities. Way too much here to track and give the focus each one needs to be traded properly. As you can tell when I'm looking around and finding trades a few seconds to a few minutes after they happen, just because of the number of charts we're looking at. For futures day trading like this, I typically not have more than 2 or 3 charts at a time running, or that you're actually trading. I try to get my markets such that my start times are offset by half hour to an hour each, so I can focus completely on a particular market before moving on to the next one. Sometimes I get trades running long, and I'm working two or three, even 3 markets at the same time. That's the way that's why I structure the start times the way I do, so that doesn't happen very often. And if you have markets that do tend to overlap, look for one that's not as fast moving. As the second market coming online. I think I would have and it's not ideal necessarily, but I would do pound Aussie at start with an 8:30 start time. That tends to be a slower moving. And crude at 9 o'clock, and say YM or the Russell. YM Russell soybeans at 8:30 Central, because that's their exchange time. So that's 9:30 Eastern. Pound Aussie and crude are both treated as Eastern time for their exchange time. Crude is traded out of New York. The market indices are traded out of Chicago, as is soybeans. So therefore, they use Central time for their exchange time. Possible stop and reverse on soybeans. At 1001 flat, that is right on the session low. I would push it down at least a tick below that. Probably just one as big as the ticks are on. since you've already adjusted 2 for the stop and reverse. And stopping and reversing to short. Soybeans is short. That was a that was a 16 tick risk, so 16-point loss, 4 positions. And unleaded back to the entry. Swinging back and forth around that $2.13 level. Soybean session setting new session lows. Our market indices are still in the March contract. And look this morning, see what the YM is doing. Yeah, still solidly in March. Not much volume yet on the June contract, but I would expect that to switch over this week sometime. M2K, same story. That's the micro Russell. Soybean sets a new session low at 99.5 or 999.5, and then comes back up to the entry point again at 1,003/4. Soybeans slightly positive. Trying to push down again to that new session low. Unleaded back at the entry again. And looks like unleaded is in the holding pattern, waiting for the crude inventory, the inventory report. All right. Yeah. Soybeans came back up to its entry and is now pushing down a little bit again. And an even 1,000. Unleaded, trying to make money management. Yeah, pulling back a bit. Coming back to balance line again. See if it Pulls back to the 50 EMA just above the $2.13 level. Unleaded coming back down to test the moving averages at its entry again. Soybeans sets a new session low, $9.99 1/4. We got within 4 ticks of money management. Pull back to the 50 EMA and now bouncing pretty solidly off the 50. Well, looks like it's running out of steam. It's below 1340. Yeah, maybe. But I'm going to have to leave it there. Soybeans back to its entry point again. I'm going to have to leave them there. Close down this stream. I'll be back in about 10 minutes with the new stream for the crude oil inventory report. That link is on the Backpack Trader YouTube channel. And it's already scheduled. So we'll see everybody in about 10 minutes. Everybody have a good one.